I gotta send it out. So got, let's just see how long it goes ahead and stays up for and all that. I'll wait a bit for everyone to show up. It's important I wait a little bit. Uh, I always forgot about how many weird stuff this game would have. I want to talk about my experiences. I want everyone to know at least what I went through,
on this game for the past 10 years of my life. I wanted to be known everything because I've been through some deep stuff. I've gone through a lot of changes in my life. And in the past 10 years, I am positive that almost my entire life has changed so much. I I don't even know how to describe it, but the best way to do so would be to basically sum it up in a way that, while it being a little bit graphic,
In the past 10 years that I've had this game, and the past 10 years this game has basically been around, I've been through a lot of stuff. Personal, psychological, emotional, everything. What the people on this game don't know, and specifically the PlayStation side, 3 years out of the time I was on this game, I was not housed. I was basically on the streets. I was considered completely homeless. I was living in a dorm for a time. And there was a lot of stuff going on in my life that most people would never know. It's time I talk about it. It's time I let everybody know what I did, what my background is, what my life became, and how it all started. But specifically, that's going to be for next week. For this week, I want to go ahead and put it out there, how I feel about the community and everything else. You see, there's a lot of people on this game in the PvP circle and all that who will actively antagonize others, who want to attack others and do whatever they can to harm them. That's not right. Most people would call that out for what it is. I'm not most people. I just seriously hate the fact that some of the people on this game are, in lack of better terms, and pardon my French, YouTube, misogynistic pricks, spiteful pricks. And of course, everything under the book. The people that go ahead and make up lies about others, the people who will go ahead and attack others, the people who will go ahead and outright just destroy lives just for the heck of it. You know who you are. I don't even have to name a name. But you do know that I did give multiple people the chance to speak to me. I gave them that chance. I wanted them to speak to me because I'm at least a mature adult and I'm not going to outright cut people off or outright do anything unless I see there's no reasoning with them. Now, mind you, there has been moments I've had to cut people off because they got extremely toxic. They got very spiteful, very aggravating, and even gone down in history as what I can best describe as completely insane. You may have noticed that for a short time, certain people didn't even appear on the channel altogether. Um, for those people specifically, a few of them I have purposely kept out of the channel showing up due to their own choice in the matter. I do ask people before I add them, do you want to do this? You are risking certain things due to spiteful and hateful individuals. If they say no, I do go ahead and I honor that choice. I will never go ahead and play somebody without their explicit permission in anything related to me. Now, at the same time, hate hateful people and all of that that do make it into the videos are done so as a way to self-express. So if you have noticed, Gokin has not shown up as much, and that is due to his own choice. I do respect his choice, and I do understand that being around me can be very, very grating for those who do not understand. Now, at the same time, I do want to put this out there that I'm not here to judge anybody. I'm not here to go ahead and say much. I'm here to be myself. I'm on a game to be myself and just have fun being myself. I'm not here to deal with people who are spiteful, leave at any point they choose. Even if they don't choose, I will remove them because I choose not to associate with people like that. Now, I will go ahead and say this. The drama on this game in the past year alone is getting to be more and more and more about a bunch of prideful people attacking others. So I'm going to put this out there and I'm going to say this right now. Those who want to go ahead and bring family into stuff, those who want to go ahead and attack others, I don't need to say your names. You know who you are. That's already the biggest cowardly move you can do. You know what you did. You know who you are. I don't need to say anything else. But in the past year, there's been a lot of it. There's been a lot of hateful people, a lot of haters, a lot of people just outright trashing other games and all of that. And it all stems because this community for Xenoverse became so toxic. I will say that without a doubt. Whenever people want to go ahead and do something, I flat out tell them, like, hey, you do you, I'll do me. You leave me alone, I'll leave you alone. You don't want to see me, I don't want to see you. Perfectly fine. Now, at the same time, I'm not going to deal with anybody else wanting to go ahead and start stuff with me, with my loved ones, or anything like that. I mean, at this point, I've cut off entire family members for what they have done to me. I really could care less if I have to cut off people who I once considered brothers. They may not have been blood, but I will cut them off just as soon as I went ahead and left my hometown. I will do what I need to do for my own mental health and for my physical health. There is no reason for anyone to be attacking other people, for anyone to be doing anything like that. Again, I don't have to say names. You know who you are. But I will go ahead and place it out there. And I am going to go ahead and I'm about to give out 3 names because they did make it into their own little small videos. Daikiri, Desurui, Almighty Gotcha. No more. At this point, every single time you go ahead and put somebody's name out there, you're trying to go ahead and slander them. You're trying to make up a bunch of stuff. No more. Just no more. As far as the other people who I've cut off in the past year, Trias, you're cowardly for what you did. Everybody knows what you did. You openly attacked people. People who you said were close people to you. People who even you told. You don't go ahead and you don't want to hurt your fans. Well, you seem to be cutting people off left and right so long as it suits you. And that's a fact. We do know that, and we've seen it with our own eyes. Considering you cut off not just anybody, you're specifically only hanging around people who are using and abusing you, and it's going to go ahead and backfire. As far as the rest, you already know who you are. You already know if you were around me and I kept around you, I've given the stories. I've gone ahead, I've told about my experiences on this game for years and years and years. I know what I am, I know who I am. I'm not afraid to go ahead and be quiet. Uh, in the past year, I've gone ahead, I've pretty much seen every side of the community. About a year ago now, we had a huge YouTuber go through one of the biggest mental health crises of all time. He went ahead and asked for help only to go ahead and leave completely. Now, at this point, a lot of people are trying to go ahead and say a bunch of stuff about him, false allegations, and all of that. The truth is, he's hurting. He's always been hurting. But if nobody had the wherewithal to choose to help him, he wasn't going to ask for it. Now, I'm not going to put that name out because we all know who it is. The face of the PlayStation community for a good time. The one that showed up a little bit of joy despite everything else. I'm as flabbergasted as anyone else that the person who was being that much of a prick to him was from my own home state. Lived almost a good few miles away from me at the time. I was flabbergasted. I was completely dumbfounded at that. And I simply could not stay in Texas altogether. There was a lot more going on in my personal life than I ever could explain, especially in a video like this. But at the same time, I'm done dealing with people who want to have a problem with me going forward. Talk to me about it. Because I'm positive I'll go ahead, I'll speak to anybody. I'll be as calm and collected as I was to Almighty Gotcha when he decided to curse me out repeatedly. I'm not a bad person. I'll just flat out let you know the truth. I don't like bullies, never have. But I will go ahead and let you know exactly the truth, everything like that. A lot of people have seen me on this game. They've known me as a good person. They've known me as a little bit of a goofball. And they know that I have no further reason to be on here much in PvP. Not unless I'm going ahead keeping my little scratching up, and unless I go ahead and keep at least a couple of friends from getting too rusty. Now, at the same time, I'm only going in when I'm called in. If not, this game's gonna sit on just dust it out. That's it. Now, I don't know what's wrong with people in this community. I don't know why everybody has to be so toxic, but this has got to end already. And I will be letting this be known right now. If anyone does see a mod or anything like that, get a recording of it. Go ahead, go to the Bandai website, send them the recording. Send them an unlisted video of what happened between you and the modder. Show them what was going on, because they are more than willing to shut down the account altogether. It's fine. Yeah, the modder can go ahead and get a whole new account, but at this point they do know that these files are running rampant in their game. It's not that they can't fix them, it's that there's a whole dam of broken save files that have come out that it's like trying to put a band-aid on a huge wound. It's not going to work. When 3 comes out, I will be getting 3. I will be able to finally put to rest 2, and I'm not looking back at all. I see 3 as a perfect MMO as I wanted one to be. I see so much potential in that game that I'm simply going to step away from 2 completely. If anybody hadn't noticed, I've been on Twitch quite a bit lately. I have been enjoying myself on Sparking Zero in a format that just has me on my own, busting heads, doing all that. Not even ranked. It's honestly a little bit more freeing. But I did want to let you guys know this, and I did want to go ahead and put it out there that there is going to be more streams. This is just one, like, real quick venting stream to see how people respond. I already know a couple of the people who are haters will most definitely respond and make their own videos trying to say, get your name out of my mouth, all of that. Well, if you could kindly do the same, maybe I would. If you could kindly leave me be to be my happy-go-lucky self, I will kindly go ahead and leave you be. But to this point in time, there's been nothing like that. Just like with the situation with a friend of mine, they run their mouth a lot, saying a lot of sweet nothings, and they just can't go ahead and ever leave it be. Now, for what it's worth, I did extend that olive branch. You didn't have to toss it away and back in my face. So, if I do see a modder, I will be recording that instance and I will be sending in the report, period. I do not care anymore. I'm going to do my due diligence and that is it. You can go ahead, you can step away, you can do all of that. Or you could slowly start going ahead and seeing hundreds upon hundreds of dollars go right down the drain because you decided to pay through for the mods you got on top of having the base game. I'm just done with everything. I'm done with being treated like complete garbage. I'm done with going ahead and dealing with all of that. There is no reason for people to go ahead and be doing that on this game. Better yet, there's no reason for them to say it's just a game, it's absolutely nothing when they do that. That would be the biggest problem in this community. The people screaming, GFG, it's just a game, it's been 10 years. But at the same time, they perpetuate the problems. The people who will go ahead and run around with the exact same thing saying, it's always going to be a problem, so I got to fix it. You don't have to. You just got to go ahead and be yourself. And yes, this character is basically a representation of myself. I've always had that going on with all of my characters. I'm a proud hetero-leaning bi. I know what I am. I don't care what anyone else thinks. I'm happily in a relationship. I'm doing hopefully very well in that relationship. I still have a long way to go on learning, but it's a learning process, not just for me. I'm trying to be better for her. I'm trying to be better for my significant other, and so I can keep myself going. I'm trying to go ahead, not allow my already weak heart to go ahead and get weaker. I'm trying not to go ahead and push myself until my legs completely give out. I'm doing my best to keep myself in my healthiest mindset possible and my healthiest process that I can. If you didn't know, I've got 2 feet that only have a few more years left on them, according to most doctors. I have multiple physical problems, according to most doctors. I basically I ended up getting lung problems last November that have been persistent and have not allowed me to continue being as active as I was. I basically pushed myself to a lot of things, but every single day I don't focus on myself. I think about the young lady who went ahead and not only saved my life, but was there long enough and gave me a chance upon chance upon a chance. From here forward, you can call it a retirement, you can call it a resignation, you can do all of that, but I'm just taking a mentor role. I'm not gonna be doing anything in ranked. I'm not gonna be doing anything like that. I'm just gonna be my happy-go-lucky, goofy self, doing my best to keep myself going. I'm not at all gonna even touch a ranked match from here on out, especially considering the fact that all I see in ranked matches are modder after modder after modder, cheater after cheater after cheater, lag switcher after lag switcher after lag switcher. I'm done with the toxicity. I'm done with a lot of things with this community. But that's the whole thing. I know it wasn't much. I know people expect me to be a lot more talkative, but bringing out these deep stuff will take time. The first time will be now, at least to go through and see how people react to it. I know that coming out like this, letting people know like this, it's unsettling considering how I sound. But yeah, I just don't like the fact that so many people are doing this stuff. I don't enjoy seeing it. I just as soon want it to go away. And to be honest, I'm just here for being myself, having fun, and I'm not in it for any type of hateful bigotry anymore. I'm done. Stream's already gonna stop, but I just wanted to let that be known. Thank you, everybody, for when you see this. If you did watch it, thank you.